our community. This is Local 5 News with Tom Zaleski, Aaron Davison, and Chief Meteorologist Luke Sanfey.
Again, my deepest sympathies to the family and friends of firefighter Lundgaard and his brothers and sisters at the Appleton Fire Department. His sense of humor, the way he would help his family, a friend, a co-worker, and the incredible service he gave to the city of Appleton will live on in all of them.
Now on Local 5, new dramatic details surrounding the May 15th downtown shooting in Appleton, which resulted in the death of firefighter Mitch Lundgaard. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tom Zaleski. Aaron Davison has this night off. In new developments tonight, investigators have concluded their investigation into the deadly shooting which occurred at Valley Transit Center back on May the 15th. We begin with team coverage of the findings into that incident. Paul Evenson in the Valley with a look at an officer's response to help others while he himself was injured. But first, Robin Ogenye joins us live in the newsroom as she outlines the events that led up to that fatal shooting. Robin?
Tom, the Appleton Police Department provided more than 1,400 pictures and 53 minutes of body cam footage from the night Mitch Lundgaard was shot and killed. And though some of that footage has been redacted, it was enough to showcase how frightening that night was for everyone.
Give me 911. What's the address of your emergency?
Oh my God, ma'am, I was just by the library, and I'm sure someone else has already called because there's a lot of cops there. But there was a guy that just shot a bunch of cops.
Medic 1, this sounds like an active shooter, just be advised.
We have a firefighter and an officer down at Transit Center 100 East Washington. Can you send more units that way?
It began when a bus from Wausau made a stop in Appleton. The suspect, Reuben Houston, was seen pacing and appeared anxious at a previous stop in Fond du Lac. After stopping in Appleton, passengers and the driver thought Houston was having a seizure. When medical responders arrived, they said Houston was showing signs of an opioid overdose, subsequently administering Narcan.
The first dose was able to allow him to start breathing easier, and then the second dose they gave him helped him in order to be able to come conscious again, because that first dose didn't make him conscious.
Officers tried to convince Houston to go to the hospital once he's conscious. He admits that he took 4 of his wife's morphine pills. He refuses to go to the hospital, saying he has to get to his wife, who is actually in the hospital. Officer Christensen then asked to pat him down.
All right, what I'm going to do, bud, I'm going to pat you down, okay? You're not in any trouble, but I need to make sure nothing's going to happen with them, okay? All right.
Eventually, officers asked to pat him down again.
Houston stands back, racks his gun, and indexes it, and immediately shoots 2 times. Officer Christensen also responded instantaneously from the location that he was, where he also grabbed his duty weapon, he indexed it, and he shot.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Firefighter Lundgaard is hit as well as Officer Christensen. Officer Bees will sustain a shot to his lower body. Christensen hits Houston in the abdomen. He takes cover behind the transit alcove while Houston uses a bystander as a shield. She is hit in the head and leg, but it is yet to be determined by whose bullets. Eventually, backup comes and officers place Houston under arrest, though he is still combative. Houston and firefighter Lundgaard both die from their injuries. A blow to the community, one that is still trying to heal.
In the end, it is the actions of all those people, our heroic first responders and our compassionate community members, that truly define the city of Appleton.
Outagamie County's district attorney says her decision on whether or not to file charges against the officers involved in the shooting was determined by whether she thought they acted within reason and with objectivity. Because the officers thought that Reuben Houston posed a threat to them and everyone else at the transit center that night, no charges will be filed. In the newsroom, Robin Ogenye, Local 5 News.
And now Local 5's Paul Evenson joins us near the transit center with more on the heroic efforts of the officers who were involved in that incident. Paul?
Yeah, Tom, the information released to the media today not only provided new details on the May 15th shooting, it also gave a clearer picture of the heroic efforts of the two officers who were first to respond to the scene. Sergeant Christopher Beasy and Officer Paul Christensen are seen on newly released body cam footage trying to convince Reuben Houston to go peacefully to the hospital for further medical attention, shortly after being given 2 doses of Narcan to revive him from an apparent overdose. Both officers repeatedly asking Houston to allow them to pat him down, at one point asking Houston if he had a gun, which Houston denied. When Houston eventually backed away from the officers and drew his weapon to fire, both officers responded quickly and decisively.
Sergeant Bees and Officer Christensen responded heroically, moving and repeatedly engaging the suspect as he fired. Even after Officer Christensen was hit and clearly in extreme pain, he battled on because he knew people's lives were still in danger. They were both guardians and caregivers, and when needed, they were true warriors.
The Outagamie County District Attorney also credited the two officers in her remarks, saying that their actions and trainings led to protect more innocent responders and bystanders at the scene. Reporting live in Appleton, Paul Evenson, Local 5 News.
In other news tonight, the trucking company Contract Transport Services is giving back to the Green Bay Police and Metro Fire Departments. This is the second year that CTS has wrapped 3 trucks showing off police, fire, and EMS here in Green Bay. Today, they donated a bit over $4,000 to both departments. And every time one of these CTS trucks is loaded up, they donate 0.2 cents per mile. Brand new tonight at 10 is a man recovering this evening following a shooting incident at a hotel in Ashwaubenon. Happened at the Microtel on Allied Street at about 6:30 this evening. Upon arrival, officials located a male in the lobby of the hotel with a gunshot wound to the torso area. It's being reported that 3 unidentified subjects had entered the victim's hotel room where a disturbance took place. During an altercation, a firearm was discharged, and the 3 suspects fled from the hotel, left the scene in a car. The male was transported by ambulance to a local hospital where he is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. In Green Bay news tonight, Green Bay police are warning residents to be on the lookout for a trend of license plates being stolen off of people's vehicles. Police Chief Andrew Smith was on Local 5 this morning for his community update, and he said that since May the 1st, 18 license plates have been stolen throughout this city. He also suggested some tips so that you don't become a victim.
You can get screws that are not easily removable to put your plate on. You can keep your car in the garage, when you're parking it at your house instead of in the driveway or on the street.
And Chief Smith said if you see someone tampering with license plates on the back of someone's car, to give the police department a call. Giving a local tonight, a groundbreaking for a nearly 30-year-old Greenville company is adding some square footage and some jobs. This afternoon, QComp Technologies, a robotic systems integrator, broke ground on 7,500 square foot of addition space to its production facility. The technologies company designs, builds, tests, ships, and even installs machinery robots that help companies in their assembly lines.
A lot of the jobs that the robots can do are kind of repetitive. They're ergonomically not good. They're hard on people. They just can't keep people employed in them because people don't want to do the job. They can't find a workforce. So it really helps keep companies competitive.
QComp Technology is locally owned. It employs 40 people with plans to hire more in the coming years. One Green Bay nonprofit is dedicated to helping young homeless mothers. Still ahead, House of Hope now has the much-needed room they need as they celebrate the end of a construction project. And the Packers, their final day of minicamp today. Sports with highlights later on in sports.
Clear and chilly tonight. Our next weather maker brings in more rain tomorrow and a cool Father's Day weekend. How long temperatures will be in the 60s in the Storm Team 5 forecast.
You're watching Local 5 News with Tom Zalaski and Aaron Davison.